Welcome back to What's the 411 News, where we bring you news observation, interpretation, and news commentary from an FBA and BGR perspective. Let's get it. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to What's the 411 News. Yes, indeed. And we're going to keep the reparations month going by bringing in the real reparations movement part 4. All right. Welcome back to What's the 411 News. And we're doing this special to represent reparations month. All right. This is the month where elections occur. And so we find it fitting that we bring the reparations, the real reparations movement, not the nonsense that we've been reporting to you and all the garbage that these conventions been doing. Be showing you the real reparations movement. And we're going to set it off with part 4 and get right into it. And let's roll the video. With that being said, let's roll that video.
It's none other than the beautiful Christy Williams. I just want to say this is beautiful. When I walked up, I was just like, wow, this is beautiful. Black is beautiful, isn't it? People need to understand when I say Creek freedmen, that means that the Creek Nation in Indian Territory, now Oklahoma, enslaved my ancestors, my people, my great-great-grandfather, who came on the Trail of Tears as a slave, not as a kumbaya moment, but as a slave. And so when we talk about reparations in Oklahoma, we're not only talking about national reparations, we're talking about reparations from the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre, and we're talking about reparations from these tribes who owe us too. So one of the things that we did in Tulsa, and I say we because I didn't do it by myself, but we changed the narrative from riot to massacre. So don't let anyone tell you it was a race riot. It was a massacre. They used the term riot, so that way it implied that it was from both sides. And we know that didn't happen. So we have to tell the truth. So just changing that narrative was important. And I also serve on the 1921 Mass Graves Oversight Committee, where we are finding our ancestors in these mass graves. And just before I left, we found 18 more bodies, and 7 of those were children. And so we are still on the path of that. It's really hard because we're still fighting the city. And the city of Tulsa wants to look good while it's doing nothing. And so, you know, and then it goes back to that question, how can we ask the same people who played a huge role in the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre to investigate itself, right? So while we're on this oversight committee, we understand what we're fighting. And so please be on the lookout for information about that. Give us the support, your prayers, your love, as we continue to fight and fight and fight for our ancestors, especially as we're pulling them out of these mass graves. Because I literally pulled them out myself. Me and our city councilor, Vanessa Hall Harper, the only black city councilor in Tulsa, we literally pull these bodies up out ourselves with the archaeologists there. Because we're not just letting white hands touch on our ancestors. So that's what we're doing. Take everything from here today, network with people, go back home and organize, get your issues together, your goals, what you want to do, what you want to accomplish in your community, and do it. And then you can call on a lot of people here that's willing to help you to get those things done. I always say young people do what they see us do. It's always not what we tell them to do, but what they see us do. I grew up watching my parents organize, and I hated that. Our house was always the meeting house. I used to hate when I'd come home and see that. And I used to hate when my parents would drag me to city council meetings and to go out holding up signs, picketing things and businesses. I used to hate that because I wanted to go be with my friends, and it was embarrassing to be out there with my parents doing that kind of stuff. So I never thought that I would be doing this one day. I never thought that I would be doing this one day. So it's really what they see you do. We have to be the example, and bring your children with you. Bring your children with you, the things that you do in your communities. Kids should be here today, and I see some out here. This is great. But again, kids do what they see us do. And so it's up to us. It starts with us. And it's going to end with our children. Like the city of Tulsa had the equality indicators where they measured the inequities of black people in Tulsa. We came out on the bottom of the barrel on everything from housing to education to healthcare. So we're creating policies in all of those areas, and we're trying to get these pushed through the city council. So I always say reparations is cash and land, and everything else is just good damn policy. And so that's what we have to have.
Thank you so much, Christy. Y'all clap it up for Miss Christy Williams. So the next person we're gonna bring up.
All right. Yes, indeed. We're going to keep it going. And it's only going to get even warmer and warmer and warmer and hotter and hotter. All right. So that was Christy Williams. She broke it down for the Tulsa, Oklahoma. All right. She also mentioned something about digging up the graves and finding the children, all right, who were massacred and not letting anybody, other hands touch it. And it was her and one of the council people going on and pulling these kids out, with the archaeologists, if I'm not mistaken, being there as well, just, taking watch. I guess they was just directing them how to do it, how to lift the kids out of there, out the ground and stuff like that. So yeah, there's a lot of places that are like that. And I'm sure there haven't been still picked out yet with people that have been massacred or killed. Lake Lanier. A lot of people don't know about that. Some people do. Now, I wonder if they drain that, will they get some people out of that as well? All right. So, yeah, we're going to keep this real reparations movement going. This is what it's all about. Not all that other nonsense that's been going on, man. So, yeah, get ready for part 5. All right. This is Reparations Month, the real reparations movement. You're watching part 4. Part 5 is coming up tomorrow. And like I always say, no matter where you are around the world, you can most definitely bet on the new black media. This is What's the 411 News, and I'm out. Peace. Welcome back to What's the 411 News, where we bring you news observation, interpretation, and news commentary from an FBA and BGR perspective. Let's get it.